shocking. I got to tell you, this is shocking.
I wish I could tell you exactly why we don't have an answer for you here.
We spend $824 billion on defense. So how can you stand there and say we just don't know what these are?
It's difficult for me to tell you, Martha. We don't really know. It is possible.
We have a major update as it pertains to the drones over New Jersey. It has gotten the attention from President-elect Trump, and he has put the nation on notice. Let's take a look at that. So he posted this on Truth Social. Mystery drone sightings all over the country. Can this really be happening without our government's knowledge? I don't think so. Let the public know, and now. Otherwise, shoot them down. DJT. And what's so interesting is that I had saw this story about 2 weeks ago, but I didn't really think it was going to get any attention. And then about a week ago, it started to really pop up all over the nation. And so we did a video on that, of course. But I want to show you guys this next clip, which is hilarious to me. Here is John Kirby, the National Security Advisor on behalf of the White House, getting destroyed by the Fox News host.
Good to have you with us. You know, what do you make of the reaction? A lot of people were unhappy with that comment that you made yesterday and felt like you were, telling people that they were nuts or that they didn't know what they were seeing with their own eyes.
No, not at all, Martha. That's the farthest thing that I would ever do. I was simply reiterating what the FBI and what the Department of Homeland Security have relayed to us about what they've been able to corroborate. And we haven't been able to corroborate everything. I said many of the corroborated sightings have turned out to be piloted aircraft. I didn't say all of them, and what I said was those are the ones we were able to corroborate. There's certainly ones that we have not been able to, and we don't know the answer to it. And I strongly recommend that for folks that are seeing these things and documenting them to share that as they can with Department of Homeland Security and the FBI, the investigators.
Now, clearly, he just lied there right at the beginning, right? And it gets worse for him, so keep watching. He claimed that he is not the person that will tell people not to believe what their eyes and ears are telling them. But that's exactly what he's done since he's been serving in that position during the Biden administration, where there was repeated questions about Biden's mental acuity, and he would act like, no, Biden's perfectly fine. He's sharp as a tack. So sorry, John Kirby, we don't believe you on that. Let's continue.
You're a former military person yourself. You're an admiral. You're the White House National Security Communications Advisor. I'm sure you have seen some of these images. So what is that we're looking at?
It's difficult for me to tell you, Martha. We don't really know. It is possible that some of these things could be commercial drones, developed for commerol purposes. It's possible that they could be owned by private citizens.
But why don't we know, John? That's the point. Why doesn't the United States government know? It seems silly. I mean, it feels a lot like the Chinese spy balloon. It was like, oh, we don't know. It's not a problem. Then we watched it go all the way across the country, and we kept hearing, we're not really sure where it came from until we saw it popped and, floated down over the ocean.
That's not quite how it went. We were very honest with the American people that we knew it was Chinese, and we knew that where it was going to go, and we were pretty comfortable given the analysis that there wasn't going to be an intelligence threat by it. And we shot it down once it was over safe waters and wasn't going to hurt anybody. And
that's just another lie. So let's go through that timeline because I got it right here. February 1st was the official first sighting of the actual Chinese spy balloon, and it was not shot down until February 5th. And the White House definitely did not acknowledge everything that happened until February 8th. So there you go.
Back to this. Why don't we know? I wish I could tell you exactly why we don't have an answer for you here in the afternoon on the 13th of December, but I can tell you that we are working on it very, very hard to know, because we want to answer those questions the same as those folks in New Jersey want answers to them. And we are working on this very, very hard. We are now applying. There was an interagency conversation this morning about this topic, where we have now decided to employ some additional technology to New Jersey and some additional personnel to try to get a better sense of what these things are. And as I said yesterday, Martha, as soon as we know, we're going to
I hear you. This is shocking.
So John Kirby, he has a few issues going against him. Number one, the government has the ability to know anything that they want whenever they want to know it, right? So, for an example, if they want to hear exactly what's happening in your home today, they could figure that out just in a short matter of time. And so when they come out and they say, well, we really don't know, Americans are not stupid, okay? That's number one. Number two, like I said earlier in this video, the White House is notorious for lying about everything. I can't remember the last time they actually told the legitimate truth in a timely manner. It's only after many years of being challenged that they finally come out and admit the truth. But hey, there's that. And thirdly, he contradicts himself. So he says, I don't know what they are, but it's possible that they are commercial drones. So then you do know what they are. I mean, come on, just if you don't know what they are, just say, hey, I can't comment either way. I don't even know why you're doing the interview. If you have no answers, why do the interview?
Shocking. I got to tell you, this is shocking. Okay. And I'm not the only person who feels this way. This was happening at Langley a month ago. Okay. These people are not crazy. They're seeing these things with their own eyes. This is not normal behavior. They are not planes that are coming in one direction and they're heading into Newark Airport and then they're landing. Okay. We spend $824 billion on defense. We have the greatest intelligent capability in the world. So how can you stand there and say to the country right now, gosh darn, we just don't know what these are?
Because I'm not going to lie to you or to the American people, and I'm not going to say we know something when we don't. And we would never, ever stoop to think that an American citizen was crazy or nuts because of what they're seeing and what they're documenting. We're taking that imagery seriously, and we're doing the best we can to analyze it, and we encourage people to come forward if they have additional sightings and imagery. We want to do the best we can to triangulate it, but I'll be gosh darn if I'm going to stand up here and make up stuff that I don't know to be true.
We don't want you to make up anything.
So he is just full of it, okay? Their budget is almost $1 trillion. That is the Department of Defense. And you're telling me that they can't give us an answer on what these are, at least what type of drones that they are? Can they release some official photos? Oh, yeah, that's right. They can't because they don't know. Oh, and by the way, we can't shoot them down in the name of safety. So wait a minute. Are we safe when they are flying at low levels? Or are we safe if we shoot them? I mean, it doesn't make any sense. So needless to say, people are starting to get pissed off. And I think Patrick Bet-David was able to express how simple the solution really is to this.
Very annoying. Security is your number one job as a man and a husband and a father. Security is your number one job as the FBI director, the president. The current president is Biden. VP Kamala. That's your job to protect me, you, us, our families. You're not doing it. What the hell are you waiting for? It's a basic phone call. 2 hours, call every head of state. What the fuck is going on here? Is this you? Because I'm shooting this shit down. And I swear to God, if I find out it's you, it's over. Do you understand me? You think I'm playing with you? We're not. What do you want to do? It's ours. Take the shit down right now.
Now, that's how you actually get shit done, right? It's that simple. Now, here is the mayor of Belleville in New Jersey who went on to Fox News to speak to Harris Faulkner, and he had some shocking updates about these drones. Watch.
On the way here, I was on the phone with my OEM team, and we now have guidance coming from the state. And that guidance does say two different things. First of all, if there is a downed drone in our vicinity, we are immediately to call the bomb squad of our county. And second, our fire department has been instructed to make sure they wear hazmat suits.
So if something falls out of the sky that people have seen, and some of these things are as big as an SUV, if that happens, you're to treat this more than a plane crash. It's treated like an attack on the homeland?
That is correct, because they're not quite sure if there's a payload or not.
Now, what's interesting is that mayor sounded like he has more information than the White House. Now, of course, Secretary Mayorkas, who is the Secretary of Homeland Security, he's got to know what's going on here because this is in his wheelhouse, by the way. Here he is responding on CNN to Trump's post about giving America answers.
President-elect Donald Trump, he just called on the Biden administration for you guys to either release any information it has about these mysterious drone sightings or shoot the drones out of the sky. How do you respond to the president-elect?
Well, first of all, the statements I've made already are the principal message that I want to communicate to the American public. We haven't seen anything unusual. We know of no threat.
I had to stop it early. Let me repeat what he just said. We have not seen anything unusual and we know of no threat. Okay. So how do you know that if you can't tell me what the drones are and where they come from and who is in control of them? How do you make that conclusion? You can only make that conclusion because you must know something.
Secondly, we have gone to Congress repeatedly asking for more authority to counter drone activity. And we have also asked for more authority to give to the state and local officials under our supervision, because he correctly notes those authorities need to be expanded.
And ladies and gentlemen, this is probably the biggest weakness of the United States of America, is that it takes too many people to say yes to get shit done. Right? This is a situation where, can we just bypass the red tape and figure out what's going on here? I don't care about what budget requirements are needed. I don't care about how many resources are needed. Let's just make it happen.
I want to play something another New Jersey congressman, Republican Jeff Van Drew, said about the drones over his state in New Jersey. Listen to this.
We're not being told the truth. They are dealing with the American public like we're stupid. They don't know what it is. They don't know what it's about. They haven't taken one down to analyze it. They have no idea where it comes from, but they know that it's not that. I mean, that's nonsense. They do not know what they're doing. Why don't they take one of them down, analyze it, and let us know what's really happening?
What do you say to the congressman?
Well, first of all, we have experts, and he should not diminish the extent of their expertise and the extent of their dedication to the well-being of the American people. These are individuals who dedicate their careers to the safety and security of the United States of America, number one. Number two, it's not as though anyone can just take down a drone in the sky. That in and of itself would be dangerous.
Do you have the authority to shoot down drones?
Our authorities are very limited. That is precisely why we have gone to Congress to expand those authorities.
Listen, guys, you know I don't like to curse on this channel. I try to keep it very tactful and cordial, of course. But he sounds like a big-ass fucking pussy. That's exactly what he sounds like right now. You're telling me that, oh, please don't disrespect the men and women and everything they've done for the country. Nobody's talking about that, bro. We're talking about results. We want answers. Why are you leading with that? Why can't you just say, hey, listen, you know what? We need to do better. We need to figure this out, and I call on this particular person to give me authorization to shoot him down because I want to shoot him down and I want to investigate. That's not his attitude. And they wonder why people don't trust the federal government because of attitudes just like that on CNN. He's more focused on somebody else's feelings than on the actual safety of the American citizen who's clearly stressed out about seeing these drones.
Our authorities are limited by the United States Coast Guard in the maritime environment, the United States Secret Service in its protection of our national leaders. The U.S. Customs and Border Protection with respect to the border. We have various authorities that are discrete to the particular missions. We can't just shoot a drone out of the sky.
But do you know for sure these are drones or unmanned aircraft? What are they?
We believe that there are cases of mistaken identity where drones are actually small aircraft and people are misidentifying them. There very well may be drones in the sky, of course, but those are commercially available. One can go into a convenience store and buy a small drone. There are also commercial drones as well. But we know of no threat or nefarious activity. And I want to repeat, Wolf, that if we learn of any cause for concern, we will be transparent in our communication of it.
Well, you're not going to be transparent because remember, you have no authority. I mean, that's what you just spent half of the interview talking about, how you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't answer this, you don't have the authority to go here and do that. And out of everything that I heard in his interview that was stupid, probably the biggest one was, well, we just can't shoot them down. This is the United States of America. What do you mean you just can't shoot them down? The greatest force that the world has ever known. We can't shoot them down. And here is the other thing. When they say we don't know enough to shoot the drones down, yeah, we do. We know that we don't know who's controlling them and that they are causing a distraction and confusion, and they could be threatening to the safety of American citizens. So yeah, let's shoot at least one of them down, right? And let's not forget, we still have some smart people in our country like Elon Musk and other security officials that we'll never know the names of either that clearly probably know what these are. So in the comment section, please answer this question. Why do you believe the government does not want to tell people exactly what these are? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Now, in other news that we talked about earlier today, where Senator John Fetterman, Democrat, met with Pete Hegseth, who's been nominated to be the Secretary of Defense. Now, he also refused to tell us what they exactly talked about, but here's this. He definitely was met with backlash, and he had a nice message for his party about that meeting. If you guys want to check out that video, all you have to do is click on it because it's coming up right now.